Father with you guys and to say a prayer. And I want you to think in terms of, in the Old Testament, the book of Leviticus, they talked about different kinds of offerings. And the first offering was a burnt offering. And when the animals were placed on the altar and the fire, they were cut up and the fire was put to them, they were totally consumed. And that represented a total consecration. And when you worship God and give him your life, you want to do it fully. And what Dazzle Dance is going to do tonight, the young ladies and all the instructors and Miss Jessica and staff have fully committed to dance and to instruct with all their might. And they're doing it as a worship to God. So we're going before him. And people think of worship as going to church, but it's anything and everything you do. So Holy Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you and we praise you for your presence. We bring before you, Father, Dazzle today to worship you as we dance with all our might, as we have fun, as we inspire, and we pray in Jesus' name that you receive this free will offering and are satisfied. And we bless your holy name in Jesus' name. Enjoy the recital.
I am Chelsea Wyatt, and I am beyond excited to welcome you to the 13th dazzling edition of the Dazzle Dance recital. It feels amazing to be back with my favorite crowd after seeing last year's show. I've been counting down the days, and tonight we're making it unforgettable. On behalf of Miss Jessica, founder and artistic director of Dazzle Dance, thank you for joining us. We are absolutely thrilled to be back at the Jack Howard Theater, ready to light up the stage and show off our phenomenal talent at tonight's unforgettable recital. Tonight, we celebrate the fabulous women of lives with this year's recital, Fashion Fair. You are all in for an unforgettable night. While you prepare to enjoy tonight's show, let us go over a few housekeeping graces. Please turn off or place all cell phones on silent as not to disturb the performances. There will be a brief intermission during the midpoint of the recital, so please limit entering and exiting the theater during performances. Please limit talking during the performances. We want to be respectful of the dancers and other recital goers. Please, no flash photography. After each ballet performance, parents and guardians may salute their dancer by coming on the stage to present them with a gift to show support and pride for completing a great year of dance. We ask that you come on stage from your right and exit the stage using the staircases to the left. If you like what you see, be sure to tag Dazzle Dance on all your social media posts using hashtag Dazzle Dance. Without further pause, let Dazzle Dance Recital 2025 begin.
said, you better work.
Once upon a time, there was a little black girl in the Brewster Projects of Detroit, Michigan. At 15, she was spotted by an Ebony Fashion Fair talent scout, and her modeling career took off.
You better work.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Imani Yvette Alexander, and I am the daughter of Fashonda Jenkins and the goddaughter of Jack Morrison.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Melanie Miles. I am the daughter of Henry and Rokia Miles and the granddaughter of the late Flossie Mae Miles and the late Liddy Bell Davis. And we are the 2025 Dazzle Dance Seniors.
And we welcome you to our final show, the Fashion Fair.
Hi everyone, my name is Reagan Gabriella Mays. I'm the daughter of the Mr. and Mrs. Teach and Joe Mays. I'm the granddaughter of Constance Beard and Billy Parker. I'm also the granddaughter of the late Nelda Mays and Joe Mays Sr.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Riley Grace Mays, and I'm the daughter of Daphne Teach and Joe Mays. I'm the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Teach and Constance Beard and Billy Parker.
Good evening everyone, my name is Gabrielle Mariah Ray. I'm the daughter of Brittany Taylor and Reginald Ray. I'm the granddaughter of Kimberly Taylor, Luther Burrell, Linda Ray, and late Reginald Ray.
Good evening. My name is Jada Andrea Ballard. I'm the wonderful daughter of Angela Williams and granddaughter of Pamela Hardy and Ed Williams.
Greetings, my name is Zoe Janae Brown. I am the beautiful daughter of Chastity Dow Brown and Lorenzo Brown. I am the granddaughter of Cassandra Robinson, Dorothy Wofford, and Reginald Dow.
Good evening. My name is Marguerite Usher. I am the daughter of Kamika Connor and Keith Usher. I am the grandparents of Margaret Marie Connor and Billy Ray Connor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlize Cheyenne Bledsoe. I am the vibrant daughter of Dr. Chauncey Strange and Mr. Brian Bledsoe. I am the granddaughter of the late Glenda Wilson and Charles Strange.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shamaya Rihanna Brown. I'm the daughter of Shawana and Russell Brown. I am the granddaughter of William Charles Bowden Sr. and the late Linda Faye Worthy.
Good
afternoon. My name is Sahara Ann Campbell, and I'm the daughter of Angela and Ernest Robinson. I'm the granddaughter of Georgia Brazil and the late Cumberland Robinson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Asia Anderson, and I am the daughter of Tiffany Anderson and Renat Lowry, and the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mark Campbell.
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Grace Bodner. I am the daughter of Erica Lewis and James Lewis Bodner, and I am the granddaughter of Darlene Michael Slett and Carla Scarlett.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Katie Reese Harris. I am the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Kendall Harris. I am the granddaughter of Genevieve Armstrong and William Finley, and the late Pearline Finley, Isa Harris, and William Armstrong.
Good evening. My name is Alessia Watts. I'm the daughter of Lester and Anita Watts and the goddaughter of Sandra Noreen and Zachary Simmons.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Jackson, and I am the daughter of Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Jackson, and I am the daughter of Crystal and Terrell Jackson and the granddaughter of Sharon and David Logan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Simone Ella Marie Smith, and I'm the daughter of Renata and Jamar Smith and the granddaughter of Victor and Ella Cooper.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaylee Ford. I am the daughter of Patrick Ford and Elena Smith, and the granddaughter of the late Jerry and Laverne Gunn Ford and the late John and Wilma Smith.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jerry Olivia Ford. I am the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John Ford. I am the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Eddie Getchert and Miss Belinda Miniweather.
Good evening. My name is Karen Olivia Ford. I am the daughter of Jerry Ford and Elena Smith, the granddaughter of the late John and Wilma Smith and Jerry and Laverne.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Morgan Kennedy Elbert. I am the daughter of Angelica Green and Marvin Williams. I am the stepdaughter of James Green. I am the granddaughter of Charles Owens and late Joanna Ellis. I am also the granddaughter of Richard Thomas and Bunny Faye Hill.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mackenzie Azare Gray, and I'm the daughter of Micaiah Hopkins and Xavier Gray. I am also the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Micah Hopkins and Dolores Gray.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zara Kaleja Powell. I am the wonderful daughter of Lysandra and Carlos Powell. I am the granddaughter of Terry Hampton and the late P. Cohen Jr., also the late Miss Beverly Powell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Kennedy Megan Cole. I'm the daughter of Michael Cole and Felicia Cole. I'm the granddaughter of Gloria Bide and Edward Bide.
You but it's alright. Ain't showing up, but it's alright. That's a real one in your reflection, without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice for what to these? I understand, you got 100 bands, you got a baby bands, you got some bad friends. High school bitch, you was even bad then. You ain't stressing on no lover in the past tense, you already had them. Working hand in hand, finish round 5. All down, you don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days, you know hard time. Do it all the time, for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. Gotta hit the club, gotta make that jump. Gotta hit the club like you hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you famous. Ain't showing up, but it's alright. Ain't showing up, but it's alright. It's a short life.
Watch the breakdown.
I want to tell you, I'm so glad to be back with you, my family. I almost lost it back there when the children were announcing their names and who their parents were, their grandparents and all of that. I got full because those are my people. You are my people, and I'm so thankful. You know, I'm at an age now where you have to be thankful and appreciative of everybody that you have in your lives because we never know. So would you do this for me? Would you give yourselves a round of applause for being such a fabulous set of people? At this time, it is my privilege to announce to you that we are going to have this summer Power Up LLC. It's exciting to host this Power Up summer camp, and let me tell you, it's set to be fabulous. It's empowering young girls from 3 to 11. 3 to 11. This high energy camp will run from July 9th
through July 12th, and for just $150 per dancer, your little star can be a part of this wonderful experience. They will also have a grand finale, and I know you're looking forward to that because I am too. It'll be a live performance on Friday, July the 12th at 6:30 p.m. right back here at the Monroe Civic Center, Jack Howard Theater, where our dancers will light up the stage. The camp is led by none other than, and she is phenomenal, our own Miss Chelsea Wyatt. Give her a round of applause right there. She's a dynamic and inspiring dance instructor who for years has done great professional training, and she's just it. She's the whole package, and she's none other than the one that will lead this camp. Her passion for youth and the performing arts makes this camp most unforgettable, and it is an opportunity for young girls to grow and express themselves through movement. To register to learn more, please visit Power Up LLC on Facebook, and don't wait, spots fill up pretty fast. And it's something I know, I've been through this in the summer when your children don't have that much to do and you're looking for things for them to do. This is a wonderful way to fill that time, and believe it or not, it keeps them going, and they'll be ready for school. July comes fast, August we know they'll be back in school. So give this effort a round of applause. They also want you to know that tonight's show is more than just a performance. You've seen already some of the preliminary dancers, and it's just such a celebration. It's a celebration of you and all that you are, all that we are. And it's full of runway of rhythm and radiance. It's inspired by the famous Ebony Fashion Fair. How many of you remember Ebony Fashion Fair? Okay. It was phenomenal. We lived for it every year here in Monroe. So this is what the inspiration behind this, because it celebrated Black beauty, style, and empowerment. We're bringing that same boldness back to the stage and spotlighting not just movement and music, but also the magic of fashion as a form of self-expression. How about these costumes that you've seen up to this point? Are they not marvelous? Give them a round of applause. This year, Ms. Jessica and crew have reimagined our recital through the lens of women who shape us. And you know in this community who those women are. They're the mothers, they're the daughters, the aunties, the sisters, the mentors, the friends. And when you heard the kids coming out, giving out where they're from, who their grandparents are, you know what this is all about. With every step, twirl and pose, we honor the confidence, the creativity, and the complexity of the women in our own lives. From sequins, we know this, ladies, we can take it from sequins to sneakers, soft pastels to shrinking prints. Each performance showcases a different shade of femininity, fun, fearlessness, and fabulous. Every dancer tonight, watch them. Watch these dancers embody a piece of that beauty and that strength, bringing their own flavor to the spotlight. Fashion Fair is not just a thing, it's a love letter. A love letter to style, to the legacy, and to the powerful women who inspire all of us every day. So, would you now sit back, relax, and watch the runway unfold for you as we did for the Fashion Fair, where fashion takes the stage and femininity dances free. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You're in for another set of wonderful dancers. And now we will have, the next one up will be hip hop. Lose Control, Hip Hop 3. Give them a round of applause. I love you, and let these children hear you because they have worked hard and they live off of your enthusiasm. Love you.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control. Mama in here get it out of control. Cause misdemeanor sense.
groundbreaking force of fashion and culture, and that was the Ebony Fashion Fair. It was launched in 1958 by Eunice W. Johnson, co-founder of the Johnson Publishing Company. The traveling fashion show transformed the runway into a platform of empowerment, elegance, and representation. It was something like you've never seen before coming to our community. People used to flock here from all around coming to see in Monroe the Ebony Fashion Fair. It also went to all over, not just all over the country, but Canada and the Caribbean, showcasing couture designs and redefining beauty standards. We watched them in the Ebony Fashion Show to see how we were supposed to wear our hair. they showed us what colors we were to wear this coming year and so forth. Ebony Fashion Fair was that, and that is what tonight celebrates. Eunice Johnson was more than just a fashion enthusiast. She was a visionary, a true visionary, who believed in the power of style to uplift and inspire. At a time when African American models were largely excluded from mainstream fashion, she insisted on featuring Black models, celebrating their beauty and grace. She traveled to fashion capitals like Paris, Milan, and acquiring pieces from top designers. This is what this woman did for us, such as Yves Saint Laurent, Givenchy, and Valentino, ensuring that Black audiences saw themselves reflected in those designers, their designs, in other words, and it reflected the pinnacle of fashion for all of us. The impact of Ebony Fashion Fair has extended far beyond the runway. Listen to this, it raised over $55 million for scholarships and charitable causes, supporting education and community initiatives nationwide. Moreover, this fashion fair launched the careers of numerous models and brought attention to Black designers, fostering diversity and inclusion in the fashion industry. Recognizing the lack of Black cosmetics suitable for women of color, Eunice Johnson founded her own Fashion Fair Cosmetics in 1973. This pioneering brand provided makeup that complemented a range of skin tones, empowering Black women to embrace their beauty with products designed specifically for them. I know y'all are too young to remember, but there was a time when all we could do is go to the store and buy that white powder. And can you imagine a woman of my color wearing that white powder, okay? So this woman really helped all of us come to life. The legacy of the Ebony Fashion Fair is one of elegance, empowerment, and enduring influence. Eunice W. Johnson's dedication to showcasing Black beauty and talent paved the way for greater representation to fashion and beyond. Her work reminds us that style can be powerful, a powerful vehicle for change, and her vision continues to inspire generations. It is so important that Dazzle Dance shows you this because so many of us have forgotten how it used to be. Now kids, all the time, they think that Black people have been on TV all along. Give them a round of applause. We know that that's not true, okay? We know that Black models have not been featured all these times. In fact, it was probably about 40 or 50 years ago, Mr. Muhammad, my cousin came here from Washington, and he was amazed. He said, "Oh, y'all have Black people that work in the schools?" They didn't know that up north. And so we were just beginning to get it, and Eunice Johnson has brought it to the forefront. So please give Ebony Fashion Fair and Ms. Eunice Johnson a tremendous round of applause. I know that you have seen the fashions and the elegance thus far. You've seen the tremendous show of talent. But I want you to give these kids another round of applause because it's awesome, just awesome. And now you're going to be wowed by another dance. I love the Lord. So sit back and enjoy. Be blessed. you about or to remind you about is really near and dear to my heart. Of course, you know I'm only 16, okay? When I was a little girl, there was a man that used to run around every week. He was a light-skinned man with peppered hair. He was so sweet, and I remember his name was Mr. Webb. And he would hand out these newspapers. They came all the way from New Orleans. The thing of it was, though, if they came from New Orleans, who did those papers talk about? Say it. New Orleans. And so then it happened that another Eunice Johnson type force woke up and said, you know what? We need a paper here in Monroe, Louisiana. This Monroe Dispatch, as you already know, is family owned and operated. It's a weekly newspaper that has been a cornerstone in Monroe, Louisiana and neighboring communities since 1971. In 2025, the Dispatch proudly celebrates 54 years of dedicated service, having consistently provided news to us, community updates, cultural insights to its readers, and everything. Throughout its history, the newspaper has remained steadfast in its mission to inform and connect the residents of Monroe and surrounding areas, reflecting the voices and the stories that matter most to those of us who are in this audience. Making a significant milestone, the Dispatch also commemorates the 50th anniversary of its newspaper publication this year. The dual celebration underscores the publication's enduring commitment to journalistic excellence and community engagement. As it honors its legacy, the Dispatch continues to serve as a trusted source of information, fostering a sense of unity and pride. A sense of unity and pride among its readership. I don't think you really appreciate how significant this publication is. Do you know how many newspapers have died across this nation? I didn't even know it. Mr. Muhammad didn't even let me know. He used to let me know things. I passed by the News Star office the other day, and it's boarded up like it never existed. It has died, but yet what? The Monroe Dispatch yet lives. And that is something that we as a people, as a community, should be very, very, very proud of. Please, ladies and gentlemen, acknowledge that. And now we're going to bring to they didn't give it to me, but that's okay. Guess what? I can do it without it. We're about to call Mr. Frank Teach, my brother beloved, to the stage to present this year's scholarships. Let me tell you, I have been blessed. I was extremely blessed to know this lady. Irma Hall to teach. They talk about Eunice Johnson. Don't get me wrong, Eunice Johnson was some kind of lady, okay? Or she wasn't here with us, but Irma Hall to teach was here with us, okay? And she struggled, and she, right out of her living room, papers were everywhere. She and Mr. Teach put this paper together. It was born from them. She did a pageant for us girls here in Monroe. You have no idea. To see it to have grown to this. Frank is, I know, extremely proud. His family is extremely proud. And we should be extremely proud of their ability to provide every year numerous scholarships to students in this community. That in itself, again, I know your hands are tired, but I need you to clap again for it. Thank you so much. Frank, please, would you please come to the stage? There he comes, Dr. Ice. What does he say? Just believe. His mama just believed. His daddy just believed. And doggone it, my brother just believes.
We want to praise God for His grace and mercy. Just believe. And the real people said, thank you for being here with us at the 13th Dazzle Dance recital. Today is June 7th, 2025. For the record, to the mistress of ceremony, Miss Jessica, and all of you. We would like to acknowledge any elected officials this evening. We have any elected officials in here today? Will you please stand? We only see one. Well, welcome the Honorable Councilman Vernon Mohammed from District 5. Can we get a round of applause for him? My name is Frank the Teach. The real people know me as, say it again, Just Believe. And I'm with the Irma the Teach Scholarship Program. My task is to present the Irma the Teach Scholarship. First of all, I want to let you know who Irma the Teach was. She was a nobody. I'm talking about, she was a real nobody. Just like me, I'm a nobody. She emerged from the cotton fields of Riverton, Louisiana to Monroe, Louisiana. She was a poor girl who grind shine like Tupac. Irma Teach was one of you. She believed in who she saw in the mirror, while God's grace and mercy showed in the things she accomplished. We celebrate her legacy by honoring deserving students with a scholarship in her memory. Thanks to all who donated to the Irma the Teach Scholarship Fund. Without your generosity, this moment wouldn't be possible. This 2025 scholarship recipient is an honor graduate of Ouachita High School with a cumulative average of 3.2. She is a member of Pleasant Green Baptist Church in Richwood, where she serves as a junior usher. She has been a member of Dazzle Dance for 11 years, where pointe and ballet are her favorite forms of dance. She was a dandelion at Ouachita High School in the JROTC for 4 years, where she served as administrator and lieutenant. She also serves as chaplain in Top Teams of America. She plans to attend University of Louisiana at Monroe and major in radiology technology with a specialty in ultrasound. Her goals are to become a traveling ultrasound technologist and later pursue medical school. Her favorite pastimes are spending time with family and friends and a dog Blitz, as well as shopping, baking, and making TikTok videos. She is the daughter of Ashonda Jenkins and the goddaughter of Jack Morrison and the granddaughter of Mabel Mathis. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Irma the Teach Scholarship recipient is Amani Wybet Alexander. One more time, please, Imani. This evening, we proudly present the Irma Teach Scholarship, an award named in honor of a visionary woman who uplifted her community through grace, purpose, and education. This year's recipient is Tyquasia Clark, known to many as Ty. Ty is a Ouachita Parish High School graduate who represents that same spirit, raised with love and strength by her aunt, Kristen Mallet. Ty has faced life challenges with determination and growth, turning every obstacle into an opportunity to rise higher. Her journey is one of transformation, proof that with faith, support, and perseverance, greatness is within reach. As a student, Ty has demonstrated resilience and ambition, from struggling through early school years to discovering a renewed sense of self during the pandemic. She emerged with focus and pride. Ty leaves high school with an impressive GPA and was recently presented as a late Montanique debutante, a moment that honored her maturity, elegance, and academic excellence. Ty will attend Louisiana Tech University, where she will major in biology, holding tight to her lifelong dream of becoming a pediatrician. She is passionate, hardworking, and fully committed to making her family proud and giving back to others. With the support of the Irma T. Scholarship, Ty is well on her way to changing lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Irma T. Scholarship recipient, Ty Clark. Give one more hand, money and Ty. Finally, Proverbs 3 and 5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. God bless you and God keep you, and thanks for being here at the Dazzle Dance 13 recital. Just believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we turn the runway into a time machine. On stage today is a tribute to all the fabulous and fashionable women who have redefined beauty, one era at a time, featuring our fabulous Dazzle Dance moms. I am your host, Chelsea Wyatt, for tonight's special catwalk, and this is Fashion Fair, where every woman shines, every era speaks, and every style tells a story. We begin our journey in a time of bold change. The roaring 20s and 30s, an age of jazz, joy, and celebration. During this time, women traded corsets for comfort and conformity, for confidence, from jazz halls to silver screens, from fringed hems to satin seams. These women walked with confidence, danced with spirit, and dressed with dazzle. The 1950s, a decade of pearls and perfect posture, but beneath that polished surface was a story of resilience and redefinition. World War II was over, and the world was trying to return to normal. For many women, that meant trading in their factory uniforms for aprons and their their ambition for appearances. Spotless floors and supper on time. But style was her rebellion. So tonight, we just honored the women of the 1950s, not just for how they dressed, but for how they adapted and how they shined. But did you see what I saw? These ladies make me want to step back in time. Incredible. How about another round of applause for the incredible dance moms? Now, we throw it all the way back to the loud, proud, and power-packed 1980s, a time when women didn't just walk into rooms, they stormed it. The 80s were electric, Wall Street was booming, MTV was blasting, and women, we were redefining what it meant to be bold. In boardrooms, on stages, and yes, in shoulder pads wide enough to land a plane on. The women of the 80s didn't wait for permission. They made power suits pop. They made color a statement. And they made history on their own terms. to a decade that was raw, real, and unapologetically for us ladies. The 1990s, where beauty wasn't just in the mirror, it was in the message. This was the era of Mary J. Blige, bad boots and streetwear chic, when R&B meant hip-hop, and women weren't afraid to show their real love, real pain, and real power. Dazzle Dance moms know how to kick it up a notch. Who else is ready to rock their thigh-high boots? Let's give it up for them one more time. This year is 2000, and the future just landed. Back then, they said we were too much, too flashy, too loud, too different. But we weren't too much. We were just ahead. Bold, unpredictable. The 2000s woman certainly flipped the script. One rhinestone, belt, and flip phone at a time. be incomplete without some of our incredible, dynamic Dazzle Dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, not only are flowers nice to receive, but they are also beautiful as a fashion accessory. Don't believe me? Let me show you. You all would love the flowers we grow at Dazzle Dance. Let's give our dancing dolls a round of applause. And just when you thought we were done, now, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to our heavy hitters. They always sparkle and shine, but tonight they glow in beautiful fashions made special for tonight's stage. shout out to the phenomenal Dazzle Dance moms and aunts who brought their sparkle and spirit to our fashion fair extravaganza. You were unforgettable. I'm Chelsea Wyatt, and it's been an absolute joy to share this evening of style, grace, and dance with you.
Make it through this recital. Wow, it is really something. I have a couple of things though to correct. My brother and I, Frank and I grew up down the street from each other. We have never had a fight, never had a disagreement, but we're about to now. So I'll see him outside after that. He said that Mrs. The Teach was a what? A what? That became a what? That's not how it goes, really. What happens in our community is we are filled, this audience is filled with lots of people who have not been discovered yet as somebodies, but you're never a nobody. So give yourself a round of applause. And I need y'all to back me up because I think Frank can beat me up, but I'm gonna be trying, I'm gonna work on his kneecaps though, okay? All right. One of the things that we're talking about, it was kind of taking me back when it said going through the trends, and Sylvia sitting down there, she'll remember some of the trends of the decades. It said that the 70s, well really it's the 60s, 70s, the 60s crossed over into the 70s, and I know my dad is in heaven listening to this confession, but you know in the 60s and 70s, that's when we brought out the mini skirts. And of course, my dad was so proud. He said, I'm so glad that my baby's not out there on that camera showing her undies, okay? He didn't know. I had learned how to hem my skirt from Greenwich Street all the way out to Northeast, and I could wear that mini skirt all day long, and on my way back home, I would unhem it. So when I got back to him, he never knew. He died a happy man, never knowing how I was the queen of minis, okay? And there is I probably shouldn't tell this, but there's a lady at my husband's church in Grayville. She is my fashion policeman. So every Sunday when I come in, and so the other Sunday she say, "Ooh, Miss Brains, did Rev see you before you left home?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "That was kind of short." And those of you who know me know that there's an angel on this shoulder, but there's a devil on this shoulder. So the devil came out and I said, "Baby, let me tell you something. Girl, if you had seen me 30 years ago, shucks, I would have shown you more than you ever thought of." And she just said, "Oh," and then I had to go back and apologize. But anyway, that was what happened. We did the phenomenal thing about that was we did the minis and we did the maxis. They didn't tell you about that. Sometimes girls would come out with their hot pants, but we'd have like a longer, you saw some of those like the longer jacket to kind of cover up some of it. And so that was the time of the minis and the maxis. And of course, all of the different boots that you saw, we tried to bring them in the 60s and the 70s. And what was so amazing about this, let me tell you, did you see how every one of those little kids that came out here, how much poise they had? Did you see how much confidence they had? Do you know that didn't happen 40 years ago, 50 years ago? We didn't know about that. We thought it was something wrong with us. These children are showing you. You should have heard them back there when their moms came out, their aunties and grandmothers and all came out. They were back there cheering. They were so what? Proud. And that is what we wish for every little girl. And we want to thank Dazzle Dance for bringing that to the forefront tonight. The 70s, that was the thing, that was also the time of the Afros. Angela Davis. They had the big Afros, and bless my daddy's heart again, he was worried. He said, "Girl, do you know how bald-headed you were as a baby? And how your mom and I brushed and combed and brushed and greased? Don't you dare cut off your hair with all of that, with that Afro mess." Everybody else who had one. Guess what? I had to go buy me one, but I had one. We had Afro wigs to the best of the best. That was our time, and it was a time of freedom for us. It was a time for us to shed some of that old and come into the new. And that's the beauty of the fashion of the 60s and the 70s. They didn't tell you about, I listened to it when my husband wants me to drive a long distance. He puts on, you know, Smokey Robinson has his own I guess you would call it his own channel. And they played all of the songs from the 60s and the 70s. And for a moment, y'all, I'm back in that time. And it's wonderful. And if you look at some of the shows that they're showing now talking about Motown, you need to look at it. It's our history. Then we moved into the 80s. We said we were loud and proud, loud and proud. Women stepped into power suits with padded shoulders. You couldn't tell us we weren't ready. We were something else. And we strutted our neon colors. We had bright, what was it, Sylvia? Bright green, bright orange, bright yellows. We wore it all. And that was a significant thing because we were no longer ashamed to wear what? Bright colors. We had been told that that was not that thing for us to do. So therefore, again, we were proud of the 80s. They gave us a style that said, look at me and don't forget it. The only bad thing about that part was they had a model, Tweety. Tweety was about that size. And everybody wanted to be like Tweety. But guess what? This period taught us that we could be models of our own. We could be our own models. And we have truly set the record now. The 90s brought back to the streets cool, effortless swagger. The denim on denim, crop tops, plaid flannels influenced the styles that showed rebellion. Fashion in the 90s was relatable, raw, and rooted in self-expression. Have you noticed now that, well, we say now, I know all of us singers say, Lord, these streeters can wear anything now. But guess what? They wear it and do what? They wear it well. They wear it well. And finally, the 2000s were futuristic, met with fabulous. From rhinestones, everything to velour tracksuits. Don't we have it? We as women have all the velour that we can find, all of the rhinestones that we can find, and we know how to what? Mix it and match it, mix it and mash it. So that's the influence of fun. Whether you were rocking tinted sunglasses or chunky highlights, the 2000s were all about what? Standing out. And that, we can see it through this audience tonight. You are definitely wearing what? Standing out. We saw with our models, they were definitely what? Standing out. Now, I also want to make another correction. Or, well, not a correction, but an insertion. If you wanted to see fashion over the years, Irma Hall DeTeach was one of the best dressed women in the state of Louisiana. She had, I never asked Jessica them if I could go in the house and see what they left for the hats and the fine suits and everything, but she was just one of many but in this community we saw fashion on fashion. I know that there are some young teachers who will throw stones at me, but when we were growing up, the teachers wore, they were like a fashion show. Some of them wore leather suits to school and so forth and so on. And now what? Everything goes. But it's okay, denim still reigns. So with that, we want to say kudos. Kudos to Dazzle Dance once again. Kudos to all of our models, young, old, and in between. Let's hear it for us. Okay, let's hear it again. Woo! And the show continues. Thank you so much.
He
always, Dazzle Dance has to go over and above. This year we have twin queens. Twin queens, how about that? Our first queen is Reagan Gabrielle Mays. She is going to, she's crowning the reigning queen of dance, Dazzle Dance for 24-25. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. James Teach and Joe Mays Jr. She's the granddaughter of Billy Parker and the late Constance Beard. She's the granddaughter of Mr. Joe Mays Sr. and the late Nelda Mays. This is Reagan's 10th season with Dazzle Dance. She's an energetic and talented performer who loves dancing, making TikToks, and playing the cello. In her free time, she enjoys spending quality moments with her family and friends. This fall, Reagan will be a freshman at Wasman High School, where she will perform with the prestigious Golden Girls Dance Line. During her middle school years at Martin Luther King Junior High School, Reagan excelled in talented art as a part of that program. She maintained honor roll status, played shooting guard for the girls' basketball team, and was an active member of the school orchestra, playing the cello since she was 3rd grade. Reagan was also a 2-year Golden Dolls dancer with the MLK dancing team, where she served as co-captain. With a heart for service and a passion for supporting others, Reagan aspires to become a child psychologist. She's also an advocate for youth with special needs and created a community initiative focused on promoting positive inclusive interactions. Now entering her 3rd year as a proud member of the Queens of Tomorrow, Reagan continues to grow as a leader and is known for kindness and laughter. She's a 10-year participant of Les Martinique, with her foundation being grounded in having a strong faith. Reagan is a lifelong member of Little Flower Catholic Church, where she's a junior daughter, under the direction of the Knights and Ladies of St. Peter Claver, where she serves as a treasurer. Reagan received confirmation this year, which is really large in the faith. As the reigning queen of Dazzle Dance, she leads with the spirit of servitude, applying the acronym of HOPE, H-O-P-E, in her daily life, helping other people excel by being a positive role model, representing the Dazzle Dance family in the community and promoting girl power. Please join us in congratulating the 24-25 Queen of Dazzle Dance, Reagan Gabrielle Mays. Isn't she regal? Riley, okay, I'm gonna get help. That's right, get it. Riley, I just had Reagan, okay. They said if you read them because they're so close in twins, they say you're gonna get them both same one brands. But anyway, let's do it. Riley Grace Mays is the crown reigning queen of Dazzle Dance 24-25. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. James Teach and Joe Mays Jr. She's the granddaughter of Billy Parker and the late Constance Beard. She's the granddaughter of Mr. Joe Mays Sr. and the late Nelda Mays. This is Riley's 10th season with Dazzle Dance. She's an energetic 13-year-old talented performer who loves dancing, making TikToks, and playing the violin, not the cello, but the violin. In her free time, she enjoys spending quality moments with her family and friends. During her middle school years at Martin Luther King Junior High, Riley excelled in the talented arts program, maintained honor roll status, and she played the violin in the school's orchestra. She's been playing violin since the 3rd grade. She's also an accomplished track athlete, competing in the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, and relay team, earning over 50 medals and trophies for outstanding performances. Riley was also a 2-year Golden Doll dancer with MLK's Dancing Queen team. This fall, Riley will be entering her freshman year at Boston High School, where she will join her twin sister and continue to pursue her passion for dance, also performing with the prestigious Golden Girls Dance Line. With a heart full of ambition and creativity, Riley dreams of one day owning both a bakery and a dance studio, combining her love for the arts with the entrepreneurial spirit. Now entering her third year as a proud member of the Queens of Tomorrow, Riley continues to grow as a leader through community service, mentorship, and her commitment to making a positive impact. She's a 10-year participant of the Les Martinique Pages. She embodies kindness, positivity, and respect with a commitment to cultivating a strong faith. Riley attends church at Little Flower of Jesus Catholic Church, where she is also a junior daughter. Under the direction of the Knights and Ladies of St. Peter Claver Junior Daughters Division, she serves as their secretary, and she also was confirmed this year. As the reigning queen of Dazzle Dance, she hopes to inspire others to pursue her passions and give back to her community. One of Riley's favorite quotes is, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." A positive role model representing Dazzle Dance with pride, making her the perfect queen. Please join us in congratulating the 24-25 Queen of Dazzle Dance, Riley Grace Mays. And would you believe I had both of them at Minnie Ruffin? I couldn't tell them apart then, I can't tell them apart now. Riley and Reagan Mays. Give them another round of applause.
Let's go, girls. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Want to make some noise. Free to raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. Make no revisions, get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act a little people. I only wanna have a good time. Best thing about being a woman is everybody gets to have a little fun. Oh, it's totally crazy. Looking at my lady, men shirt, short skirts. Like a woman.
Now, what's in a name? Each year, Dazzle Dance celebrates Black dancers and performers who have paved the way for emerging stars. We honor those who have come before us by naming each class after a trailblazing icon. The first one is Raven Wilkinson. Raven Wilkinson was a true pioneer in classical ballet. In the 50s, she became the first Black woman to dance full-time with a major ballet company, the Ballet Russe du Monte Carlo, breaking barriers with grace and courage during a time of deep, deep segregation. Her legacy paved the way for generations of dancers, including Missy Copeland, and her poise remains an inspiration to all who dare to dream on point. You must remember, these women could perhaps be a part of the group and then be treated as part of the segregation. They weren't allowed to eat with them and so forth, even live with them sometimes. So Raven Wilkinson is certainly a name we want to remember. Carmen de la Valle. She is elegance personified. She's a legendary dancer, a choreographer and dancer who performed with Alan Ailey on Broadway and around the world, captivating audiences with her expressive movement and timeless artistry. Known for her storytelling through dance, she brought grace and emotional depth to every role, earning her a place among the true icons of American performance. This is another point for Dazzle Dance. They bring forth to these young ladies that knowledge. I didn't know about Albert Ailey until I was in college, and these kids are learning about it even as little 3, 4, 5-year-olds and more. So that is another point for Dazzle Dance to be commended. Chloe Arnold is a tap sensation, choreographer and Emmy-nominated powerhouse. As the founder of Syncopated Ladies, she brought tap dancing to viral fame, mixing rhythm, strength, and style with sisterhood and empowerment. Mentored by the great Debbie Allen that we remember from Fame, Chloe has become a global ambassador for tap, proving that this art form is just as fierce and fresh as ever. You know, at one time, tap had kind of disappeared off the face of dancing, and now it's coming back, and we're glad to see it come back. Camille A. Brown is a force of creative brilliance. As a Tony-nominated choreographer and visionary director, she fuses African-American social dance, storytelling, and theater to create bold, culturally rich works. From Broadway to concert dance, Camille's work reclaims Black identity through movement, and she continues to open doors for Black women in choreography and beyond. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please salute them with a round of applause. Another salute that goes out to Dazzle Dance is the fact, I just wish you could see how the family members work together back here. I've told you, they're all a family, but you see all of the Spencers and all back and working together, supporting one another, and that is just wonderful. Black families working together. Give them another round of applause, and guess what? The show continues.
So sweet.
Shawty know she pressure, talking high blow. Put two girls together like a high bro. Keep them up and tripping since the dollar. If they gon' hate, then let them hate, the money follow. When your friend comes to hello, pressure speaking. Tower on the door with that pressure reeking. I done took a strong with the 42. I done started pussy in a 42.
Those who want to go to school, that we help them to find some kind of way to go to school. She's helping, her scholarships help them to get to their next step toward college, careers, and bright futures. Named in the honor of Irma DeTeach, a true pioneer and pillar of the Monroe community, this fund continues her legacy of education, empowerment, and opportunity. We invite you to be a part of this meaningful mission by making a donation. One thing about it, we're not too proud to take small donations as well as large donations. Any donation at all helps. Every little bit helps. Because those small amounts, believe it or not, make lasting impact. Your support helps ensure that deserving students in our area have access to the tools and encouragement they need to succeed. To donate or to learn more about it, please contact any of us after the program or visit www.monroedispatchonline.com. Let's keep her spirit alive by investing in the future, one student at a time. Thank you so much. Please.
Girls, we run this mother. 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 Girls, and if the beat loud, where are you? Get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair did.
She don't see us? You see me?
Yeah. Yes, I see you. You see me?
What you just saw was a dream come true. Back in the day, you had Richardson High School, you had Ridgewood High School, you had Carroll High School, and you had Little Flower Academy. There was a lady that lived on Millhaven Road, right there where they just closed the crossing, right in there. Her name was Miss Willie Bell Taylor. She was January the Taylor's sister.
She went away to New York and learned all of the dances, and she learned ballet and came back to teach. Now, out of those high schools, she taught many girls. Do you know, Little Flower Academy had no girls on points. Carroll High School had no girls on points. Ridgewood had no girls on point. One girl out of all those girls, Nora Jean Dyer, was our one girl who was on points. And you just saw a whole stage full. You should be proud of this community and of this dance club. That was phenomenal. And you know those little bitty ones you just saw before them, in a couple of years, come back and see them. They'll be in toe shoes too. I tell you, Misty Copeland, eat your heart out. Another round of applause is deserved. Thank you so much.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure
all for staying until our finale and seeing us off. I explained to the girls one of the reasons why we use our song, the same song for finale, is because we always want to declare what we anticipate to receive from God. So not only are we declaring it for us, we're also declaring it for our audience. So thank you all for graciously staying with us. Let's give everybody a round of applause. It has truly been an incredible night, one filled with talent and poise, and I am just extremely grateful for all the amazing things that the girls have performed today, and all of the tremendous help that we have backstage. We certainly had a surprise element this year with our moms dancing. Let's give them a round of applause. I told the girls that I wouldn't be long because I know they're ready to get to their meal. They worked hard for it. So without further ado, we are going to announce our Miss Dazzle Dance and her princess.
This is my favorite time of the year. We get to exit out a former Miss Dazzle Dance and enter in a new era. So with that said, our first princess is Honesty Smith. Gabrielle Ray. And Chloe Swan. Now, if you all would be so gracious as to give a drum roll, please. Great practice. So let's try one more time. Can I get a drum roll, please? Your 2025-2026 Miss Dazzle Dance is the none other than the Pinkalicious Austin James.
Congratulations to our beautiful girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind and invite you all, if interested, we are now enrolling for our new dance season at Dazzle Dance. Please visit our website at www.dazzledanceonline.com for more information. Thank you all for an incredible night. We can close our red curtains for the last time this evening.
To this wonderful audience. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. We can do better than that. So I would like to present these beautiful roses to a beautiful ballerina, a brown ballerina. Many years ago, and my mother could not be here tonight. She's suffering from an illness, and I'm going to ask for your prayers, but this is her favorite time of the year. And years ago, my mother started the dance studio about 45 years ago. And Jessica was one of her students. And years ago, they said that brown girls couldn't do ballet. But we know that's a what? Lie. So let's give this beautiful brown ballerina a huge round of applause. Thank you for To these wonderful choreographers, a job well done. I don't think you'll see anything any better in Monroe, Louisiana, or in the state of Louisiana, period. So let's give these ladies another round of applause. Job well done, ladies, tonight.
Unforgettable, that's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more
Unforgettable in every way.
and forevermore.
And forevermore.
That's how you'll stay.
That's how you'll stay.
That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable
thinks that I am unforgettable too. Someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore. That's how you'll stay.
That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible
that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
As around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know the bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love's the cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. 'Cause now can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow, but in passing we'll grow older every day. All that's born is new. Do know what I say is true, that I'll be loving you always. Until the rainbow burns the star in the sky. Always. Until the ocean another day. Just as time knew to move on since the beginning, and the seasons know exactly when to change. Just as kindness knows no shame, know through all your joy and pain, that I'll be loving you always. That's the day I know I'm living, but tomorrow could make me the past, but that I mustn't fear. For I'll know deep in my mind the love of me I've left behind, 'cause I'll be loving you always. Until the day is night and night becomes my day. Always. Until the breathing ceases to stop and fly away. Always. Until the day that he can make I made it for. Always. Until the day that is the day that I know more. Did you know you love by somebody? Yes, I could and I could live. Always. Just for the sun and not the fair. I'll be loving you forever. Just says the work is through. Always. Until the day that you are me and I we all know sometimes life's pains and trouble can make you wish you were born in another time and space. But you can bet your lifetime seven twice the double, as God knew exactly where He wanted you to be placed. So make sure when you say you're in it but not of it, you're not helping to make this is a place sometimes called hell.